Hello, welcome to the recording for week 1. Most of the grading will be done on Monday following the Sunday due date. I will, however, try to grade the assignments as they come in, but all discussion posts will have to be graded after the week is ended, either on Monday or Tuesday, and be completed by Wednesday. Late work will be accepted with the late penalty unless you contact me in advance or in case of an illness or emergency soon after the event. No discussion posts will be accepted after week is complete unless you have contacted me as to the reason you will be or were late. Corrections may be made to assignments, but not to the week 1 quiz, the midterm, or any discussions. I will post feedback when I grade your assignment. You can use this feedback to make corrections if you so choose. Keeping up is very important in an online class. It can quickly become unmanageable when you get behind. Set aside time to work on each class each week, being aware of the due dates. Don't leave everything till Sunday because you will find yourself without internet or with other unplanned difficulties such as computer crashes or power outages. You are responsible for knowing when things are due. I will post reminders in the announcement. Excuse me. Please read all announcements and watch the videos for useful information about assignments. Please read the assignments carefully and follow the directions. View the rubrics so you can see how an assignment is graded. Check your grades often to see how you are doing and see what you are missing. So I went over how to post a discussion. Remember, you create a new thread for your initial response and it's due by Wednesday midnight. Initial responses must be at least 100 words and 1 APA formatted reference. When I say APA format, I'm not talking about the formatting of the appearance. I'm talking about that it has the requirements for APA, such as the author, the name of the book, or whatever. That's what I'm really talking about, because I know in the discussion sometimes it doesn't lend itself to the formatting of appearance the way you would want. Initial posts must address the topic for the week. You are to reply to 3 other posts, and those are due by midnight. Please comment on the person's post, not on their use of language or spelling or any of that, just mainly on the topic. Posts must cover at least 3 different days. So in other words, if you post everything on Sunday, you will lose points for being late. Total of 50 points for most of the discussions except for week 7 and week 8. Discussions will be made if all deductions will be made if all requirements are not met. I'm sorry. Remember, no discussion posts allowed after the week is done unless you contact me. So what makes a good discussion post or response to others? Use of the key terms and concepts, addressing the topic thoroughly, using the textbook and academic or professional resources, real-life experiences that are related, demonstration of analytical and cognitive thinking skills, thorough use of current events, use of correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation with no errors. So be sure and check your posts for spelling errors by clicking on the ABC. The week 1 assignment, you need to check the APA tip sheet. It's in the library tab, right column under AP Help, Citing Sources and Formatting Papers. You need to open a Word document with 2 references, one for the textbook and one for the website given in the assignment. You can format the document as a reference page using the APA style. There's a sample paper in the library tab, the same place as the tip sheet. The most important thing is that you have all of the elements that are required for APA style referencing. You're to name your Word document W1A1 your name. So if it was my paper, I would put W1A1 Donna Tavares. It's due by Sunday midnight. I don't want you just to copy the information out of the tip sheet. I want you to format the references for these two references according to the tip sheet. You have two quizzes this week. There's an APA style and academic dishonesty quiz, which is not being graded, but which will give you some idea of where you stand in these two subjects. The week 1 quiz, read the assigned chapters of the textbook, review the presentations, and go to the vital source login and to the bookshelf. But before you open the book, click on Manage at the top, then Highlighters, add my email to the highlighters. Next, click on Manage and then Subscriptions and add my email there as well. You will then be able to see the highlights in my book and be able to review for the quiz, because I've made highlights for those things that are important. So this week we discussed computer hardware, and so I've added some pictures here which have to do with computer hardware. Comes from the book. You may not have all of these components, or you might have a laptop. You might also have some things that are not listed. Computers perform 4 basic operations: input, process, output, and storage. So storage is something like a hard drive or a flash memory, a little flash card. Input is via the keyboard, mouse, or if you have a touch screen, then it would be through your touch. Processing is done on the chip on the motherboard. The output can be to the screen or a printer, something like that. Computer software is pretty much divided into 2 categories: system software, which coordinates all the activities of computer hardware, provides the capability for you to communicate with the computer, also called the operating system. Application software run by the operating system, such as Windows 7 or 8 or Mac OS, provides abilities not included in the operating system. Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint are all examples of application software. Applications called apps are available to other devices such as phones and tablets. Some things that you should review before you take the quiz: the difference between a desktop and laptop, the difference between minimize and maximize, CDR versus CDRW or USB, quick access toolbar, virus versus worm, the scroll bar, sleep versus shutdown versus restart, modems, microphones, transmission media, track, backup, platter, and head crash. Those are some things that you should look into before you take the quiz. If you have any questions at all, please contact me. And that's all I have for this time.